Hello, honors pre-calculus students. Mr. Guzzado here. If you look at problem number 4, we want to find the inverse function in the domain and range, very similar to the previous question. So you should be very successful on this problem. So y is equal to 7x plus 1 over negative x plus 9. We're going to switch the x's and y's. We're going to multiply by negative y plus 9. Distribute. We're going to isolate the y, so we're going to move the y's to one side and the numbers to the other. This time I'm going to put the 1 on the left, so 9x minus 1 is equal to 7y plus xy. We'll factor out that y. And therefore the inverse, I'll write it over here. It's g, so g inverse is equal to 9x minus 1 over 7 plus x. As we learned in class, the domain of f, range of f, domain of g inverse, I'm going to go back and change that, and range of g inverse. So the domain of g, we could look at the original function, and then when you look at the original function, you should be able to tell that I just highlighted in green everything but 9. So the domain is negative infinity to 9, union 9 to infinity. The domain of g is the same as the range of the inverse. So I'm just going to write that down here. And then the range of the function is the same as the domain of the inverse. So if I look at the 7 plus x for the inverse function, I know it's everything but negative 7. So negative infinity to negative 7, union negative 7 to infinity. That's both the domain of g inverse and the range of the original function. So that's another example of finding the inverse function. This happens to be a rational function.